Hey, what's up? John Sonmez here. So I want to talk about a concept here that I think it's really important that a lot of people are screwing up. This is something that I've screwed up from time to time in my life, but I try to make a practice of not screwing this up, which is this idea that you should be planting a lot and harvesting a little. What I mean by that is that you should be focusing more on just doing planting, you know, whatever you're trying to accomplish, whatever results you're trying to achieve, rather than, you know, planting a thing and then tending to it and then harvesting it, right? So I know that's a little abstract for you, but what does that actually mean? So what that means is that, like, you know, say you're trying to, what's up? Say you're trying to grow a YouTube channel, for example, right? What you want to do is you want to make a lot of videos, right? You don't want to try and either take one video and promote the shit out of it, although, you know, it's not a horrible strategy. And you don't want to take, you know, one video and try to monetize it and just try to make as much money as you can off of one video. It doesn't make much sense, right? Now, I'm painting it in extremes because most people don't actually do things to that extreme, but a lot of people do it to, you know, to some extreme, and they don't notice it because they're not doing it to that extreme, right? So say you're creating a blog, or you're gonna write books, right? Or something like that, or you're gonna build your business. Or for you guys, let's say you're trying to, you know, go out there and pick up chicks, or, you know, whatever it is, right? If you spend all this time tending to the one thing that you do, right? So a lot of people, what they'll do is, like I said, they'll go out and they'll plant this one seed, okay? And then they'll water that seed, and then they'll watch that seed, that plant, and they'll try to harvest fruit from that one seed instead of, you know, instead of keep on planting, right? What you should be doing is you should be keep on planting.
Can I be in your vlog?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's crazy tonight. So anyway, what you want to do is you want to instead spend a lot more time not worrying about the result, okay? Again, I talk about trusting the process all the time. Check out the playlist on trusting the process, okay? But instead, what you want to do is you want to be worrying about planting as many seeds as possible, right? So what does this look like? Again, I could show you from my YouTube channel, right? I don't worry so much about how many subscribers are coming on. I don't worry so much about how much money is coming into the channel. Not that I don't, you know, that I don't pay attention to those things. Of course, I run a business, and, you know, I sell products, and I need to do those things. And I split off the channel recently, so it's a little different right now. But instead, what I worry about doing is planting a lot of seeds. So that means making a lot of videos. That means making a lot of content. That means making a lot of products, you know, books, things to sell, not so much, you know, trying to harvest off of the one particular thing, right? Now, you know, the same thing you could say with a blog. Let's say you're creating a blog, right? Or anything that you're doing in a business, right? Let's say that you're trying to make connections, and you're, you know, let's say you've got more of a service-based business or a people-based business, so you need to network, right? You know, it's one thing you should nurture, of course, the connections that you make, but you should be focused on making as many connections as possible. That's a better strategy rather than making one or two business connections, right? There are some people that go to a conference, right? And they'll meet someone, they'll make a connection, and they will just bug the shit out of that person, you know, because they think, oh, this person's going to help me. They're going to be my savior. They're the one that's going to make my business grow or give me this opportunity. And when that falls through, they've expended a huge amount of time and resources, right? And they've got nothing to show for it. Whereas if they would have planted a bunch of seeds, if they would have made a lot of connections, then what would happen was, you know, they tend to all of them, right? You got to still water the crops. But what would happen is that if one of those falls through, right, you're gonna have 15 other options, okay? And, you know, I'll tell you guys the same thing here. This wasn't meant to be like a guy-only video here, but I'll tell you guys the same thing, okay? If you're going out and it's great that you're going and you're doing what I'm saying. You can watch my playlist on becoming a better man and attracting women. It's great that you're going out and you're actually overcoming your fear of approach anxiety and talking to some women and getting some phone numbers, right? But if you go out there and you get one phone number, okay, and you're like, oh, this is the girl. Oh, I finally talked to this girl and she gave me her phone number, and you're just stressing about that, and you're spending all your time like trying to get this one prospect to come through for you, okay? And you're getting all heartbroken and all bent out of shape because she's not texting you back and all this shit. you're going to be in a bad situation. You're going to waste a lot of time. You're going to waste a week. You're going to waste a month. You're going to waste a large portion of time that you could be planting new seeds. You see what I'm saying? So that time is valuable. So you want to focus more on the bounty. I mean, not on the bounty, on the planting, right? Not so much on the harvest right away. So go out there, get a whole bunch of numbers, right? You have 50, okay? If you have 50 prospects, what's the chance that all of them are going to flake on you? Very, very low, right? So what's the chance you're going to be investing your time and not get a return? Very, very low, right? So that's the thing. That's the idea, is that you gotta plant. So you've got so many options, right? And then, and then you don't have to worry so much about watering, tending to the garden so much. You got to do it, right? You can't just plant and not do anything. Some people do that, okay, and they don't make any money in business and they don't have any results. But go do it. Go plant. Go till the field. Don't just focus on the harvest part. The harvest part will come, and it'll be a lot easier. When you've got a lot of sheaves, a lot of sheaves. How's that for instance? A lot of trees to shake to get the fruit. All right. If you haven't subscribed already, click that subscribe button below. I'm gonna eat my dinner, and click the bell so you don't miss any videos. I'll talk to you next time. Take care.